let's talk Manchester City.
Yay.
Callum, with that shake of the head, my friend, I'm coming straight to you first. Tell me what you're thinking about Man City next Sunday at the Etihad.
If we play like we did today, I reckon we will not be having a happy talk next Sunday. Let's put it that way. It concerns me. I mean, even when City have played crap the last couple of weeks, somehow they're still managing to knock out wins, and it shows. Or even a draw like against Liverpool yesterday. So I'm really concerned. Someone like Doku up against Porro, he's going to get skinned alive, to be honest. And then when you've got Royale and Davis, if it does go the same at centre-back against Haaland, yeah, it really concerns me because the only player we should have back next weekend, I believe, is Basuma. That's about it. So I don't feel confident at all, mate. If we do get something, then happy days, but a draw at most. I think Etihad, even though we always say we win against them, it's usually our place. Etihad, we have suffered some big losses. Like, what was it, 2-0 up last season, and we lost 4-2 in the end as well. So I don't feel happy about how close it is, to be honest, mate. I reckon 4 losses in a row. Yeah,
it looks like a lot of people are saying that a draw would be a hell of a result. Winnie, how are you feeling about the prospect of Ben Davis and Emerson Royale marking Erling Haaland?
I think, look, I think I may contradict, what we've all expressed on this podcast today, and I think we probably do need to bring Eric Dyer back in for that game. Just to try and keep tabs on Erling Haaland aerially, because we know. Yeah, but look, we've seen it today. They couldn't even keep hold of Pau Torres. So yeah, I think it depends what angle you want to go at. Do you know what? I'll say something quite bold here. I genuinely thought we were fantastic today. I really do. I think that was one of our best performances so far this season. We kept an Aston Villa side who everyone are absolutely, pardon my French, wanking over this season.
Any superlative there, and you went for wanking.
Yeah, do you know what? They're literally everyone is. Villa are getting so many plaudits this season, and rightfully so, because they're having a good season. But we've kept them quiet today, and we have absolutely battered them. You've only got to look as far as the stats, the possession. Yeah, we were the home side, but still, we absolutely battered them. So, do you know what? Let's keep the same team. Obviously, Basuma's available. Let's put Basuma back in. I'm assuming for Bentancur, because Bentancur is probably not going to be available. We're still yet to find out the extent of that injury. But let's put Basuma straight swap for Bentancur and keep the exact same team. Because I think it worked well today. The high line, okay, it may not work so well against, as H said, Doku, and we've talked about Haaland and whatever amazing player they can put in the mix. But let's just keep the same team and hopefully play the same as we did. And look, do you know what? As long as we don't get battered, I'll be happy. For me, City is one of those games. It's just a free hit. You just take what you get, and hopefully you don't get battered. And if you can sneak something out of it, that's fantastic. So I think that's how I'm seeing. I'm in my head. I'm already, resigned to the fact that we've lost 4 on the spin. But I could be wrong. But I'd play the same team. Fuck it.
Yeah, we don't really have much of a choice, to be quite honest with you.
That's true.
We've got to deal with the hands the cards that we're given, right? But H, do you kind of resonate with that? Because for me, like, I don't want this to be a thing, right? Because everyone's like, oh, you're too positive. But I genuinely think, like, whenever we play City, like, I'm looking back to Champions League nights. I'm looking back to a couple of seasons ago, we beat them at the Etihad and came from, conceding quite late on to win the game. And I think that we can get a draw. I think we can get a draw 100% without showing my cards too early on my score prediction, but I think we can.
I can't agree with you.
You can. What
No, I don't. I look at the positives today, and I was one of the first ones to go, do you know what? We're on the right road. It's not what we wanted, but let's not overreact. City, I'm trying to. There's no positive for it. Like when it's 4 losses. No, I don't think Johnny's crazy, because we will play a high line in that game up against Doku, Grealish, Haaland. We're going to be eaten alive. I'm not going to give my score prediction yet, but for me, it's damage and limitation. It's can we keep our goal difference as a positive? And for me, the aim from now until January is to keep ourselves in and around that top 6, 7, so we can go again and have a really strong second half of the season. Because I think we can still sitting here right now, get top 4, top 5 if the recruitment is right in January, and the hand is dipped into the pocket, but also money is spent accordingly, and really clever recruitment, which we've seen in recent years, to be fair. Then we can believe we push on when we get the players back. So I'm not really concerned where we are now, but 4 losses in a row. Let's focus on the next game, which is West Ham at home.
Yeah. I want a yes or no from everyone. If we win against City, we should do a sing along next week of "I'm loving Big Ange" instead.
If we draw to City, I'll be singing. Draw. Then
I'll do it naked. That's my promise.
What are you drinking today, Winnie? Because I'm slightly concerned.
It's just Coca-Cola, mate.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, with a shit ton of vodka in it.
Yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it? But Winnie will keep his clothes on. But we'll do a little sing along if that's the case. Maybe we'll open with it like a Christmas carol.
If we draw, I'll be singing. So bring it on.
Fair enough. Do you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to bore you all with a lot of Man City chat. Let's get straight into the score predictions. Harry Scarf, what are you going for?
I hate to be negative. I'm going to go with 5-1 City. I think it really will be damage limitation. And that's being kind, I think.
Big Dave has gone for 2-0 City.
Okay.
Just so everyone's aware. I will go next. 2-2.
2-2. Where are we going to get 2 goals from, Luke?
Heung-min Son loves a goal against Man City.
If he can stay on side. If he can stay on bloody side.
Yeah, I do think Son will score. I think we'll go 5-0 down and Son will get a consolation. A bit like Newcastle last year.
Johnny said that he'll also sing along if we win. Barney has gone 3-1 City. Winnie? Oh, is that what you're going for?
Yeah. Me and Barney, great minds think alike.
3-1 City.
And Thomas as well, yeah.
Callum?
I was going to go 3-1, so I'll go 4-1 City. Can't have the same.
Hell, you lot, man. Jesus.
Well, I was saying 6-1 all week, but I've tried to bring it down to 5-1.
You're a bit conservative there, Harry. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It took a while for me to convince myself.
Oh my God, he's wrecking the gaff.
Are you sure you ain't been drinking?
Harry Kane's just come back to bite me. Look.
He's not.
You need to calm down, you do.
Jesus Christ.
I know we lost.
Why do you say that? My Kane picture fell down on me the other day, actually.
Oh.
Coming to haunt us,
man. I know. It's ghost.
It fell down in my house today.
To be honest, I was saying we needed a bloody striker today. If we'd have put them chances away, 4-5-1, we should have beaten Villa.
By half time, I think, Callum, we could have been 3 or 4-0 up.
Yeah. I hate to agree with Johnny, but playing Son as an up front is too much pressure on him. He's not.
He's stronger.
Who else do we put there?
No, that's the thing. We are genuinely lacking now. I was singing Johnson's praise during the summer, but even he's not got enough end product to him. I know he's young, but...
Are you joking? Are you boys smoking something that I'm not? Because
I thought Johnson was awful today. I thought Johnson was probably the worst player on the pitch today.
I think that Son, the only problem with Son is he gets frustrated. And when he gets frustrated and the ball comes to him, kind of late on in games, that's when he tends to flop himself a little bit. At the start of games, when he's on fire, he's good. I think he can't do it on his own, though, Luke. He can't do it on his own against 11 world-class Manchester City players. We just don't have to do it on his own.
Hey?
Can I also just say as well, it's been mentioned a few times on here. I'm not sure if any of you guys said it, but I know it was said in the comments about Kulusevski in the number 10 role. hold my hands up. I'm completely wrong. He can 100% play there. He was fucking incredible today in that role.
He was better than on the wing because he slows the counter attack down when playing on the wing.
Massively. So I'm going to hold my hands up and say that because I was one of the people that said, look, I genuinely don't think he can play there. But 100%, for me, we need to put Kulusevski and keep him in that number 10 role. 100%.
Out of the front four, he was the only one who did anything today. The other three, Hill was okay, and started that Cruyff turn bollocks and all the fancy shit. Son just got frustrated, and Johnson, I mean, there must have been 3 or 4 chances where he just had to tap in today. And I mean, he's got a lot of pace, but he looked like he was stuck in bloody mud and all that. They was all shit. Simple as that. Yeah. Our front line were awful today, and our midfield were only good until Bentancur went off, and then freaking.
I'll always admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong about Kulusevski. When we can 100% play in there, and I think he should do while Maddison's absent. But I also want to say a special mention as well to Lo Celso because I thought he was brilliant today as well. I know obviously.
What would your midfield three look like against City?
I'd play the same, but I'd obviously replace Bentancur unless he makes a miraculous recovery. If Bentancur's okay, I'd play the same 3. If he isn't, which it probably doesn't look like he's going to be, Basuma for Bentancur straight swap and keep the midfield 3 as it is.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if Ben is out and Basuma's fit, Basuma can play the more deeper role, and it would then give Lo Celso license to do it. Because I mean, remember he scored his first Premier. I mean, this is only his second Premier League goal today. He scored his first against City, and that's with a late run into the box. So also, why not give him a chance?
On the back, and that's on the back of a good performance for Argentina as well.
Yeah. My midfield 3 would probably be Højbjerg, Basuma, and Kulusevski in that number 10 role because I think you have to be more conservative.
Maybe.
You mean negative? Negativo!
I think we should double up as well on both fullbacks that we play two banks, a bit like what Conte done because City potentially, again, we talk about that overlaps, but I'm have my defensive mindset on. That's just the way I play. You Football Manager, FIFA, I play as defensive as
I get it. I agree with it. We probably do need to be a bit more conservative because Man City are...
we play with a high line and we'd be punished.
I felt like Lo Celso could do that today. I felt like that's what he was doing. He was playing slightly.
Lo Celso was okay today. He had a good first half, and it's good to see. Hopefully, I'm wrong about it. I still don't think he can cut it for this league, but he looked good.
If I'm honest, I think the way we are at the minute, and the way we are literally decapitated with injuries, I think we need to fight fire with fire. And I think we genuinely need to just attack.
No.
Yeah. We do. Because if we sit, if we sit back, we'll probably hold City. We'll hold City for maybe, even if it's 0-0 at half time, we'll hold them and then they'll get their goal about the 55th minute and then the floodgates will just open. And we'll probably be 60 minutes in without having a shot on target. And then we'll be talking about it on the pod going, oh, okay, well, it took us 70 minutes to have a shot on target. Whereas if
that's right. We kept ourselves in the game. And that's why perhaps like in games like this, you leave your best players, especially attacking players, on the bench to come on.
Under Postecoglou, it will never happen. He would rather die on his sword in a blaze of glory.
I respect that. But also what's most important is you come away with the points. And if he isn't willing to budge, it's going to cost him.
We said that last time, and look what Wolves did. Literally, we had one shot up until the 70th minute. Yes, it resulted in a goal, and then we got twatted with 2 stoppage time goals because of dire ball watching. I know we've already gone over that, but I appreciate what H is saying, and I think it could work, but we've got to actually have something about us where if we do play defensively, we got to then be quick against City, keep the press up and all that. We can't just sit back and let them come on to us because, we'll make one pass which will go wayward like today where Watkins nearly scored and we'll just capitulate at the back. It'd be ridiculous.
They're most vulnerable when they're being under pressure. Believe me when I say this. That's how Liverpool play against them. Yeah. That's how we should play against them. They're more vulnerable when you attack.
Yeah, you got to go against them. Simple as that. You can't sit back completely, but you've got to be time it right, and one of them ones will be if you do time it right, and if we get like a long ball over the top, we've got to then time the run. That if we're going to get in behind that City defence, we got to stay on side as well, because if not, they'll just play such a high line where we'll have 4 goals in the net and they'll all be offside again, and we'll just be going, what the hell have we wasted our time for?
We've spent the last 2 or 3 pods, proclaiming how vulnerable we are defensively, and now, obviously we're talking about maybe potentially sitting back at the Etihad, trying to soak up pressure.
Winnie, I respect what you're saying, but at the same time, if we play a high line, I think City get into double figures. Haaland scores 4 goals easily. So I know what you mean in terms of pressure defensively, but we have to play deeper. Like, I think today that's what was our undoing, and City were quick. Doku is already eating Porro alive. Porro be substituted at half time. So I cannot.
Who's going? If he gets subbed, who's going right back? Dyer. Is Dyer going right back?
Oh God!
And Emerson will be moved, and I thought Dyer would have been brought on.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, I don't know anymore.
Anyway, let's recap on our score predictions for everyone. So Dave has gone 2-0 City. Harry's gone 5-1 City. Winnie's gone 3-1 City. Callum's gone 4-1 City, and Luke, myself, has gone for a 2-2 draw. Sometimes you've got to be bold to make it happen. But just to keep everyone updated with good spots. Little shout out to my friend up there. Yeah. Anyway, in this week's score predictions, nobody got any points.
I was close.
What? Yeah.
I was close if VAR was being kind. One of Son's goals could have stood.
So no one got any points. So this is what happens to the score predictor table. I'm still top, 14, 12, 9, 8, and 8. Callum at the bottom. Harry in third place at the moment. But there was a little bit of action going on in our FPL league. So I will bring up the table now. I'm just going to see if it's been updated. Let's have a look here.
I've had an absolute stinker this week. I've made some changes. Yeah. I brought in DRB. And
I forgot DRB.
Yeah, see, I brought him in.
Next week, I brought Doku in for DRB because I think Doku's going to have an excellent game for a start.
I've already got Doku in there, thankfully.
I had a good Saturday today. 41 points, but only 10 points today.
No, yeah. I had an absolute stinker.
And I had 6 players in there today as well. That's what's frustrating. Matty Cash got 0, which I'm glad.
Dave is now top of the league on 777 points. Brainy Paul is in second with 766. So Dave has now an 11-point lead over Brainy Paul. Luke Story in third. And then we'll go to the rest of the hosts. So Jack Johnson, funnily enough, has fallen all the way down to 7th. But Winnie is in 8th with 734. I'm in 9th with 724. So 10 points behind.
I'm holding on to 12th.
Yeah. Harry's in 12th. 653.
Come on.
So that's like 71-point difference between me and Harry.
Yes.
And then Callum is no longer last on 641. So
you're not far off. But I did have a better week, apparently.
You had a bit of a poor week. With only 35 and Harry got 51. So you're a bit of catching up to do, but you are nearly 20 points ahead of last place. So
can I just say, Dave's got Saka in his team and as captain.
Oh,
we need to kick him
off.
We need to kick him off.
Unbelievable traitor.
To be fair, I've got Saka, Saliba, and
I can't say anything. I've got Saka in my lineup, and he's captain next week.
Boys, what are you doing? Come on.
There we go.
It's all about the points, baby. Anyway.
Yeah, you've got to be nasty to win this game. Dave's playing nasty and he's top, so there you go.
Exactly. But Harry, you're slowly dropping down the FPL. You need to...
Yes, I know. I hate
making so many subs, man.
Well, yes, I've already done my free transfer, and I'll tinker with it. It keeps me up at night. It drives me absolutely bonkers. I end up making it worse.
Can you spend about 20 points a week on
No, I know
transfer?
that. Yes, I know, but it doesn't make that much of a difference. I only probably spent 200 on transfers. No, I'm
something else you brought in. I brought in Palmer as well, but that was a silly choice.
But the annoying thing is, I got 24 points on my bench this week. That's probably more than the whole back line.
Such is the life of FPL.
I hate it.
And Johnny said Saka got an assist, so
yes.
some points there. Anyway, let's kind of wrap this up. So we will be back on next Sunday to discuss the result of that City game. Depending on the result will depend on who actually decides to turn up, but I will definitely be here.
I can make it.
Yeah, catch us on Thursday night. 8:30 for the link. Stay tuned. Make sure you get the notification bell on Twitter and also on YouTube so you know when that link comes out, because it doesn't come out until we are live. So the moment that we are live, we'll post it on all social
media. Why's that?
Huh?
Why is that?
Oh, because of the way we do it.
Oh, okay.
We're pretty much computer illiterate, so we can only do it through the PlayStation.
Okay, right. I see. Okay.
So it's easier to just go live and post a link anyway.
Yeah, no, it is.
So, make sure you catch us for that show. We will be the first people to ever win a trophy with Spurs. And Hugo
I've done it on Football Manager. Come on. I told you that last week.
I've done it on FIFA. I won the Champions League.
Anyway, you might see Hugo Lloris playing up front. But I just want to go around the houses and thank everybody for being on today. So, Harry, thank you for coming on after your big day.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. Hopefully be back here discussing... Well, no, let's forget that. 2 weeks' time, hopefully coming back and discussing the win. If you want to follow me, you can there. Harry Scarf22, football content creator and YouTuber. If you want to check my channel out, Scarfy Spurs will do it. I'm currently learning Spanish because the aim is long-term to reach out to fans all along the world and transfer an individual channel and TikTok page in Spanish, which is, I think, quite exciting. But that's the long term, 2-3 years time. So that's the long term aim. Thank you. And if you want to check out my weekly live show, because I'm back hosting my own show, very handy, isn't it? Of course. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Callum's one of the guests on there, along with Josh Hughes from the Mail Sport, and 2 other wonderful guests making their debut as well. So tune in, and don't forget, obviously, to like and subscribe to the podcast. I'll be back next Sunday, and hopefully we can have Dave soon as well. That'd be nice.
Perfect. And Callum,
I missed my debate. I missed my debate with Dave. It has to be said.
Oh, thanks for having me on again, mate. Yeah, I wish I didn't have to relive it again tomorrow night, but I will try and be more happy and all that, to be honest. I will try and be more positive for H's show than I have been tonight. So, yeah, as always, Callum Stubbs 97 on Twitter, and hopefully next weekend we'll be discussing something more positive, if not 2 weeks' time or maybe at Christmas.
Exactly. Actually, I want to talk about Christmas really quickly.
Probably next year.
Is that I'm looking at organising a Christmas Spurs quiz. So watch out for that on socials. There'll be a little bit of a fun quiz. Everybody will have some kind of Christmas outfit on. We'll see if we can schedule that before Christmas, but I also have a lot on. So let's see what we can do.
Is one of the questions, what's the name of the unlicensed agent that's in the 2008 case for Spurs?
Don't know. I'll find out what the questions are, and then I'll let you know. Anyway, Winnie, how can everyone find you?
Yeah, Winnie1991 on Twitter, and obviously Partline Pod Twitter admin. As Thomas rightly mentioned, there, I was quite late with my Monday controversial tweet, but stick around tomorrow. Keep your eyes peeled for tomorrow's Monday night or Monday day controversial tweet, and I've got a feeling that it might be Matty Cash related. Just a little spoiler alert.
So it wasn't today's tweet, wasn't the controversial tweet then about Matty Cash?
No, I'll find something even worse to tweet, mate. Don't you worry.
Fair enough. I'll leave you to get us banned from Twitter. Actually, to be fair, if Andrew taking other people like that on Twitter, then we can do it.
I think we're good.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you all very, very much for tuning in. Catch us Thursday night, 8:30, as we do our FP24 content. Otherwise, we'll see you next week, next Sunday at 7 on YouTube. If you're watching any kind of podcast platform, make sure you hit the 5-star button and leave us a review. Make sure you're listening all the way through, watching all the way through, and also towards the end of the week, we'll also have a Man City preview out for you. But until next time, a big come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.